everyone. Okay. Hello. Congratulations on claiming third, Zachary. Enjoy your work, Lurkin. Second, Quack, and first, Blue. It's been so long. I hope you're doing well. And welcome in, Algo. Thank you for resubscribing for 6 months in advance. 39 months doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel real. Gamers. It's been a little bit since we've been live. And it's a raid train time again. So, we're going to be doing a fun, I think it's going to be fun. Y'all, I guess if you don't think it's fun, then you don't have to watch. We are fixing that pillow. We're going to be doing a speedrun exchange with Quack. The lovely Quacksilver plays. We are, Quack plays a bunch of games that I like to play, and, I play some games that, she tolerates. So we thought it would be fun to, just like speedrun exchange. Thank you. I got it at Macy's in 2019. Specifically, I got lost in a Macy's in Times Square. It was really, really cold. And my friend and I decided we would duck inside the Macy's to like warm up for a bit. And we were like, oh, well, like this is along the street, so we'll just like walk through the Macy's. And we got lost. We couldn't find an exit. But I bought this cardigan, so I think it worked out. But yeah, so we're streaming, supporting the Lady Arcader's Ko-fi, as well. If you don't know about the Lady Arcaders, I have blurbs. I should pull them up. Give me 1 second. This is why we go live a little bit early. Blurbs. What if I use actual language instead of just freestyling it? Could be fun. So Lady Arcaders is an all-women's gaming collective that welcomes all women in gaming, speedrunners, developers, and casual fans alike. In addition to our cozy private community, they also have weekly showcases on Twitch and larger charity events throughout the year. I also have this cool mug from Back to Black. So that Macy's is huge. It is me. It is huge. It's like actually like a city block, like in length. It was bizarre. At least, like, here's the thing. I think I was in Macy's. I don't know. But yeah, all the donations to the Ko-fi go to having more in-person events, which is really neat. They do an event in Toronto. But yeah, what if we rang Quack? I just sent the message. Hey, all right, we're just gonna ring. We're gonna ring. Hello.
Hello. Wait, let me mute your stream so that I'm not hearing all of this a bunch.
Nah. Alright, I'm pulling your volume up a bit. Can you talk again?
I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is a redacted mother redacted. He redacted on my redacted wife. That's right, he took his hedgehog redacted, Quilly redacted out, and he redacted on my redacted wife. Need I go on?
Um, yeah, I put Quack at 200%. Is that high enough? Is that good? Sure hope it is. Anyways, I figured we could run some polls so that when the raid comes in, we're doing something already. So the first poll for all y'all. Cool, let's start, we'll get this poll kicked off and then, we'll be good, mouse. Alright, so we have Stardew, Hollow Knight. Let me go into studio mode so I can see what's set up.
Wait, are you teaching me first or am I teaching you first?
I think what we're gonna do is we're going to ask the people what game they want to play. And then that determines who's teaching.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so we have Stardew Valley, Hollow Knight, Haiku the Robot, Kabuto Park. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so here's the thing is that you're only able to do 5 options.
On what? Oh, for Twitch polls.
For Twitch polls. So we're gonna put another Crab's Treasure. I think we're not gonna put Kabuto Park because you do know Kabuto Park. I think the thing is that you're gonna be teaching me. Haiku, Kabuto. Oh, what was the thing that I... Oh, Naganami.
True.
Is it Naginami? Yeah, Naginami. We'll start a 5-minute poll. There we go. The people! Actually, let me just go to this scene. Alright. So...
Hey, that's a neat raid train decal you got there.
Hey, thanks. So, I think this looks cool. This could be a good way to receive the people.
Yeah, if you want to get people in and have them vote.
Yeah. Or Mumford and Sons Zing. Alright, so yeah, so the goal will be that we will have 2 screens on, we'll have my that's the music that's currently here. What if I'm gonna share... Why is it not fascinating? It actually is not detecting my application for
That's so
my
funny.
YouTube music, so I can't share with you. Am I Mumford or his son? But yeah, so we'll have 2 different screens. We'll have my screen and Quack's screen. We're gonna play for 30 minutes, and then at the end of that, we'll have another poll on what y'all want to play. And then I think we're ending the stream with 2-stack queue up.
Famously a speed game that
Famously a speed game.
Famously a video game.
Raid incoming imminently. Everyone panic. Alternatively, everyone act on your best behavior.
So run back the entire Eggman's announcement.
Run back the unredacted Eggmans. Let's go.
Unredacted. Okay.
Unredacted.
We're
getting spicy with it. That's a good emote. I need to support the Lady Arcaders Twitch channel because they've got good emotes.
And you can too.
And you can too. Support the Lady Arcaders. Welcome in, Raiders!
I've come to make it. Wait.
I just realized that I do not have my reactives or things on this scene. So what if we added that? Hello, Raiders, welcome in. Give me the barest of browser source. Not reactive. Alerts. There we go. Now something will be here later. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi. So we have a poll live. The poll's live for like another minute. The conceit of the speedrun exchange. Let me shout out Alice real quick. What if I am good at my job? If you're hanging out here, go follow Alice. Apparently Discord. I love twitch.tv unfollowing people for me. Follow Alice. And hello, Raiders. My name is the Valiant Sun. You can call me Valiant. You can call me Sun. Most people just call me Jess. My pronouns are they, any, which means I prefer they, them, but feel free to use gendered terms for the bit. I'm a mathematician by day and supposedly a speedrunner by night. I'm joined today by the lovely Quacksilver.
Hello. The lovely Quacksilver wasn't here, so you get me instead. Hi, I'm Quack. I use she, her pronouns. I speedrun a lot of silly little indie games, and these are some of them in the poll right now.
These are some of them. So in the poll, we have Stardew, Hollow Knight, Haiku the Robot, Another Crab's Treasure, and Naganami and the Crimson Thread. We will play that game for 30 minutes. And then we will we'll start another poll, and we'll do another one. And that's what we're going to do. I just realized that the YouTube music's still kind of loud, so we're gonna pull that down. Apparently the options are slightly too quiet or slightly too loud. Alright. Apparently we were starting with Another Crab's Treasure, Quack.
Alright, I'm gonna get you. We got half an hour. I'm gonna get you through Magista.
Alright.
So help me God.
I think I could get through Magista. I believe in myself at least that much. Time will start once the game launches.
At least one fight that includes a parry would go so hard.
You think I know how to parry? That's cute.
Alright. You don't have to learn how to parry immediately. I want one fight where it's on the table. Let me share a screen with you.
That's fair. I will also share a screen with you, and I'm also going to take my webcam can be directed this way. Actually, no. I want to face this way.
Crab.
Okay, wait. Let me stream to you, and then pop the window out. And where is my pop out? Okay, cool. Are we doing this? Is that what we're doing?
I'm uncertain what that means.
It's doing... It is, like, not letting me hide myself from the...
We are doing.
It's just, like, the thing is that it's, like, not letting me crop you out, or, like, zoom in and hide my own game feed. Because, I don't know, it decided between last night and today that that's what it wanted to do. Oh, there we go. Okay. Cool. Then OBS. I'm begging. It was cool. I swear it was cool last night. There we go. Okay. Cool. Can you see my screen, Quack?
I can see your screen share. If
Okay.
the people can see mine.
They can see yours.
All right. So this is another Crab's Treasure. It's a 2024 indie Souls-like by Aggro Crab, the best game writers on the face of the earth. They also make video games. Some of them include Peak and Going Under. Really quick before we get into it, go into your options, go to graphics options, and make sure that you have an FPS limit set at 60 FPS. That's going to become important almost immediately.
Perfect. It's now set.
Cool. Cool. So, the goal of this, have we started the timer?
I'm starting the timer right now.
Alright. When we get into the game, we're just gonna do the intro basically straight up. There's nothing you need to know particularly other than you can mash text with like a bunch of different buttons. You can mash it with menu confirm, you can mash it with your interact button, you can mash it with your attack button.
All right.
So
there's like a heart kelp. Do I go get that at the beginning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, the timer is going.
Good luck, have fun.
Yep. I took a screenshot of the game.
Perfect.
Alright. I have the heart kelp.
Alright.
Acknowledge knowledge.
Yeah, so right away, we're gonna grab the heart kelp.
Wait, how are you going so fast? Oh wait, sprint.
You could,
okay.
Yes, hold the sprint. You have to talk to Lone Shark again. Just no.
Where is he?
And once he has confirmed that you are a tax delinquent, try to skip the whole game by keeping the shell. I feel like there's some way to clip out of bounds in the beginning of the game, but I don't remember. The unrestricted runs of this game are absolutely wild. You could like fly in every direction, and it's kind of ridiculous. So once you have the ability to sprint and jump, you can just sprint all the way to the edge of this.
I'm pressing every single button on my controller. And then I jump in the water.
Then we jump in the water. Now, it used to be on an earlier patch of the game that as soon as you touched the water's surface, you could die instantly to skip forwards, but we don't actually have that option anymore. So we do have to walk through this section. And we could talk a little bit about slope jumping. So you generally want to be jumping off of like sloped surfaces because it does boost Krill's speed. And so if you jump and use your little flutter, like right as you come off the downslope, he moves faster. So after you start this cutscene, you're going to roll off the like sloped surface there.
I went the wrong direction, but it's fine. We're catching up.
But it's the basic theory, right? Of just like you want to spam jump and essentially bunny hop through this entire thing. Oh, hello, friend. You actually made it all the way up here.
All right.
And then we drop down. Get a little cutscene, and we're gonna grab our sword.
Great news, we got a sword. Acknowledge knowledge.
Oh, hey, go into your options real quick.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, why are the acknowledge knowledge prompts getting? I forgot, it's been a minute. In your settings... Where is it? Under gameplay, get rid of show tutorial prompts. We don't have time to... There's no time to acknowledge the knowledge.
Also, I'm going to rebind my controls real... No, I do want B. Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
Yeah. So, immediately, we have our first, like, first trick jump of the run. There is the white or clear... plastic bottle in front of us. The goal is to jump onto that, then from that to the red bottle, and then that up in order to skip it. It's just a like max height jump, and you can land, I say, and immediately do not the thing.
It's alright. We can get so good at jumping.
You may need a running start, but you just, yeah, Krill like nestles perfectly inside the bottle.
Oh, okay. I have to be like right on.
Yeah.
Ah. And then I immediately futz it up, but good news, I landed in the bottle at least once.
Yeah, so you land in the bottle, and then there's this like lip right above you.
Mm-hmm.
That you see it tries to like force you out here. So you gotta jump back towards where you are on the camera, and then sort of hover around so that you can jump out and then back in, and you hit the red bottle, or you won't. I am getting some rather nasty stuttering here. Yeah, I still have all the... I'm gonna chalk this up to Discord being an extremely functional app.
Alright. I'm bonking my head. But that's okay. We're gonna... Oh no, I ended up on the other side.
So if you break just the green thing, also I'm gonna reshare one sec.
Oh,
if
no.
you break just the green bottle, you should be fine.
I got hit by another crab. Oh, he broke... The other crab broke the white one.
Well, now we're going around the normal way.
Alright,
That's
give me
okay. We get
1 second to click back into your stream. Cool. Hey, Discord? Alright, there we go. Alright.
So we run around the normal cavern. Just, you're gonna want to have sprint bound to something like that you can hold down constantly, basically. You almost never take your hand off of sprint unless you're doing something else. You'll get a little cutscene as you take the intended path over here. But then, once you make it to the whirl, it's time to talk about the most important piece of tech in the game. The most important piece of tech in the game is a tech called Charge Attack Launch.
Yes.
So basically, what you do is Krill has a light and a heavy attack. The light attack is just tap the button. The heavy attack is hold the button. At the end of Krill's charge attack, he like does a decent-sized lunge forward, and you can actually interrupt that lunge forward with a jump, which gives you a whole bunch of momentum. The reason we cap to 60 FPS is to make this trick doable. On higher FPSs, it's like way, way less doable for almost no reason. But so basically, you want to time your jump as Krill is stepping forward. If you jump straight up in place, that means you press jump too early. And if you actually complete the charge attack, it means you press jump too late.
I went fast.
Yeah.
Am I trying to specifically accomplish this for a reason here?
No, it's just the first spot in the traditional route that you're able to do it. Once you get through these bottles here, the goal is to basically do it consistently. So what you can do is you can charge attack launch, and then you can preserve that momentum by bunny hopping along the ground for a decent ways.
Look at me go!
Yeah. So you just do a max hover, and then as soon as you touch the ground, you jump and full hover again. And we want to come up on the right here by where the sandal is to the blue glow.
We got a Bloodstar limb.
Indeed. And then we just drop back. We're gonna take the straight shot all the way up to, like, the palace grounds. And you can skip. You don't need to get that checkpoint. It will be unlocked automatically for us at a later point. And then when you make it up to the front gate, you don't want to trigger the cutscene, so you're just going to cut to the right, like we were going to head to the first boss, but we're not actually going to head to the first boss. Instead, we're going to come up on some beautiful geometry.
I love the geometry. I've seen you do this jump a couple of times.
So yeah, what you need to know about the geometry in this game is that looks can be very deceiving in terms of what Krill can and can't stand on, and if the game decides that Krill's not actually supposed to be able to stand on this, it will just make Krill T-pose and then slide towards geometry where he is allowed to stand. So basically, the way this works, if you're looking at the rocks in front of you,
yeah.
We're going to get onto the like detailing of the sandcastle to our left. Then we're going to get onto the rocks at a very particular point where the T-posing won't actually take effect. And then we basically just spam Krill's jump attack, where if you jump and do an air attack, he gets a little bit of extra height. And we're basically just going to scale a vertical wall that way. So first you put yourself on the upper part of the sandcastle. So the upper ridge closest to the rocks. I say,
okay.
And then once you're there, you're going to jump and attack into the rocks over here.
And then we can stand up there.
Yeah, Krill is standing on nothing right now. If I were like a little bit to the right, the T-pose would happen.
The great thing is that even after I rebound things to B, I am now like smashing. Right. I keep forgetting the sins I've already done.
Yeah. So if for folks in the audience, if you're not familiar, ACT by default uses what are, as I understand, the like standard Souls-like controls, where your attack is on right bumper, which is, I don't know how anyone plays like that.
Oh.
I immediately rebound to
I'm here.
style
I'm here.
controls. Hell yeah. Because the learning curve for that is just wild. So, from here, look at the brick wall in front of you.
Yes.
You see how so there's the paperclip, and then there are like the centered bricks in line with the paperclip. It goes like 1, 2, 1 at the top. Great. We're sort of aiming for the dividing line between the two, and you're just gonna jump and air attack up to it. And then jump and air attack again as fast as you can. And if you just like keep your footing and keep jump air attacking,
up here.
You should be able to scale the wall.
I made it.
Hell yeah. Alright. Now, this is where we don't want to drop inside the inside the castle, because then some stuff gets weird. Or we want to drop inside the castle. We want to drop inside the castle farther. So walk along the wall here and just take the net up so that you can be sure you're in the interior of the castle.
Okay. And then I can jump down here?
Once you see the plastic shovel. And then we're going to get the cutscene with the cue to see the Duchess. And then we're also going to get the cutscene with the Duchess.
Hey, we might actually...
So we've made it to C Magista.
We've made it to Magista.
My work is in fact done. I can consider this a success no matter what.
Alright, I've skipped all the text.
Alright, now we are going to... God, I really am not having a good time in terms of game loading. It's fine.
I can try to decrease the quality of the stream I'm giving you. That might help.
Let me try something.
Okay,
so yes, you're in the Mario cigarette room. So, warning, these cigarettes will carcinize you. Real quick, once you're in the Mario cigarette room, you don't have to climb the whole room around. Once you're on the Elden Bay,
Yeah.
which is exactly where you are, you can charge attack launch over the uncrustworthies and directly to the House of Cards. So for charge attack launches, you need to make sure that Krill actually takes a step forward, so you can't be at the edge of the platform you're doing it off of. You need to give Krill enough room.
And then I grab this thing from the cards. I've learned to fish.
GG learning to fish.
And then I believe I go up here, and then I catch that other one that's slightly higher, and then we save and quit out, if I recall.
Yep. Alright. I am going to real quick.
Chat, this isn't a glitch, okay?
Legally, this isn't a glitch. We can talk about it later.
Do I click save? I click save game or return to title?
You don't need to save game. You just return to title. Oh, maybe me having like 800 tabs open is also not great. Okay, goodbye you.
We made it. Chat, we've done it. Okay, look, there's an item here now.
Yes, so legally that's not a glitch, please understand.
And I think we try to go through like one of the wall holes.
Okay. Not quite. Let me catch up to you real quick.
Also, GG 3 stream streak, Rara. This will be you soon.
This is what you're in for. So basically, what we've done here, the reason for the save and quit, right? For those in chat, we've skipped the tutorial boss of the game. This is because the tutorial boss sucks and no one likes him. And he's out of the way, and you don't have parry for the fight, and it's just a bad time. However, not killing the tutorial boss has some ramifications on the world map that we need to quit and reload in order to basically trick the game into being in the correct state that we should be in, because we're on the inside of the castle now. So then, having grabbed this, we drop back to the start of the room. And we're going to...
I'm on the wrong side.
Yeah. And we're going to just go directly across the hall. To where we can grapple up now. And we are going to take the grapples in the center of the room in order to get another item at the top of this room.
Okay, do I go to the left, or am I trying to, like, do something to get the one above the statue?
You can go to the left first. To my knowledge, there is no way to immediately take the center grapple. But also, hey, don't die.
How do I heal again?
Up on the D-pad. Then...
Can I reach this now? We got 12 minutes.
12 minutes? Alright, we're at least getting Polluted Platoon Pathfinder. Easy. And maybe we get up to Magista. So once you're at this upper item, we basically just need to climb the tower now. You can barely make it out to, like, the top wall hole here. Just sneak in, and that skips the trigger where, like, boulder rolls down the stairs. But if you have to go back to the route, like, back and then climb normally, that's also fine. Just don't get smushed by the boulder.
Cool. And we're just, like, kind of...
Yeah.
And alas, I'm gonna try it one more time, because I think it would be cool to try and get,
Yeah. Something I'll note is, generally, when you're going for distance like that, especially when your target spot is below you, you don't want to start hovering immediately, because you can just sort of, like, pump hover and tap it a little bit at a time, and it'll greatly extend the distance you go if you can afford to fall a little bit. So for that, I don't start hovering until I'm, like, halfway through the vertical distance.
Oh, I keep hitting the wrong... I need to swap my controls back.
That That was basically the right idea. We did, in fact, do science about how that's not a glitch.
All right, we're walking up. We gave
All
it the college try 3 times.
That's all that can be asked for. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to walk up enough to see the boulder rolling down at you, and then you want to grapple out or just jump and hover out to the side so that you don't get crushed.
Or get hit and get knocked down.
Well, that can also happen. The boulder only triggers once, so you should be fine to just walk up. And even if you skip the trigger, the footman at the top is still like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I almost crushed you to death with a giant boulder."
And you're like, what giant boulder?
Game's got jokes.
Alright, we're running up.
And then at the top, along the back of it, you're going to pick up the barnacle that's back here.
Alright, so I'm looking for a shiny.
Yep.
Barnacle. Hello, geometry. Alright.
And then we just have to go down this set of pipes. The technically fastest way to do it is to charge attack launch out to the fish hook that's a little bit farther away, but that's like less than a second difference, and so you can just grapple out to the accessible hook and then just sort of run down. And again, because this is a sloped surface downwards, generally what you want to do is charge attack launch and then bunny hop. And especially at the end of it, once you're on like the major downslope, you should be able to build up a good chunk of speed. Just don't fall down the gap in the last pipe, because that's bad. We don't have any we don't have any shortcuts back up here.
Alright, I am going towards the moon snail.
Right. And yeah, you're gonna want to actually get the snail shell here, because we're coming back here later.
You know, I'm doing much better than I thought I was going to. Do I want to go in at all? Or just activate it? Okay.
Just activate it. Then you're gonna pick up one of the soda cans that's over here. And technically, this is like the teeniest, tiniest, most bleeding edge speedrunner optimization. Oh, you already talked to her. But if you talk to the moon snail with your back facing the direction you want to go, she knocks you in the direction you want to go. That's speed tech, funny. Baby. Because she just always knocks you away. Then this crab here, you have to kill with your shell spell.
Which is the fizzle.
Yep. And you can stand on the like whirl to automatically regen it. You don't need to if you run out, but like I like to stand there because then I can just sort of mindlessly click the button. Okay, and now we're in Moon Caves. We have a couple things to do in Moon Caves. The first of which is we're collecting that crystal that's down there at the bottom. And then we're going to take a side path to go up, so this is just more jank geometry. You can stand on this little patch of, like, soil next to the sea urchin, then jump on top of it, and then jump and attack to get up properly. Hey, can you not? Oh, I don't have parry yet. Whoops. Buddy?
I don't know why this one's giving me so much trouble.
So it looks like you're getting kind of on the like very back end of the urchin. You want to be on the... Here, let me get back down. you generally want to be you can go a decent ways out on the Urchin, and then also when you're using your air attack for straight height, you want to be hitting the attack button earlier than you think you have to. Like you're hitting the attack button while Krill is still finishing rising. Yeah. And then we climb this area more or less normally. Again, the more charge attack launches you're comfortable doing, the faster you get. Here in particular, when you're before the first like glowing eyes enemy, a nice Cal to skip over his domain. And then also, we can talk about the major tech in this game, like the way speed chains into itself, is Cals automatically get you up to a huge amount of speed, and then from there, you can hold sprint and block at the same time to roll in your shell.
I made it to the shiny. Do I need the shiny? No.
You do not.
Okay.
So like you can see, I can just keep speed throughout all of this by shell rolling and jumping, and make it all the way across everything. You can recreate this by just doing a couple of Cals, so like instead of taking the long way around with the jellyfish, you can Cal to the landmass in front of you and then Cal again across. But any way that gets you like across to this lovely and aggressive comb gentleman who is hiding himself on my screen.
I see. Am I trying to go to the to the left or to the right ultimately?
Ultimately to the left. So we're taking that big exit that's right at that's far back on your screen. So you want to go center and then left and follow the leftwards path around.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Nope.
Yep,
Nope.
Yeah, we just get the hell away
get
from
me.
all of these. Yep,
Dude, I want to be here.
That blue shiny. That's another Bloodstar limb.
Acknowledge.
Yeah, that acknowledge knowledge can't be skipped even if you skip tutorial prompts. And then, so you can take the platform that's literally right here. You can also just charge attack launch across this gap. And then we get to our first boss.
The platoon launcher.
The polluted platoon pathfinder. Now, it is technically possible to skip this boss as well. You have to come here regardless of your glitch rule set because we need the ability to fast travel in order for the game to be remotely completable at speed. But on glitchless, we don't let you just like walk through boss arenas without fighting the boss. So what we're gonna do instead is ordinarily you'd cal through this entire area and like just have a bunch of speed and roll down. But here you can cal again. You want to cal from decently far back so that you don't accidentally skip the boss in our case, and you're just going to roll straight into him to start the fight. It does a surprising chunk of damage and stun.
And we roll by ducking into our shell?
Yeah, holding sprint and block at the same time. When you have enough speed, you'll roll. So that's why you cal first. And then once I touch the ground, I'm rolling. Okay. And we've started the fight.
Oh no!
Oh no, the one lip. That's okay. So I'm paused real quick. The button you want to be friends with is whatever your focus button is. By default, that's depress the right stick, I think.
Depress
it's one of the
right
sticks in.
Okay. Probably left.
That makes it. Yeah, it locks on and puts all of your movement in relation to the boss. Once we can parry, that's going to be hugely important. But this fight is the worst fight in the category because you don't have parry, so you just have to block and dodge. This is just sort of be good at Souls-likes, and I'm fully expecting to get super embarrassed at the way my game is stuck.
We have 1 minute.
So the thing about Polluted Platoon Pathfinder
is he just two-shot me. I unpaused and he just hit me.
He does a lot of damage. Polluted Platoon Pathfinder only has so many attacks. If he does a big wind-up, that's how you know he's gonna do the 3-hit, like 4-hit combo. He's also got a little mini claw that he only does if you're super close to him. That the wind-up for is like a just kind of learn it thing. Yeah. Oh, you're stuck on geometry. I love this.
Yeah, so I unpaused and immediately got two-shot.
Yeah, this fight genuinely sucks. When I did crab for Oops You Died, I was like talking about glitchless, having a great time. I got absolutely murked by this boss. I was like, great, I'm gonna be the bad Souls-like runner.
What is the correct answer to this respawn question?
Yes, you want to respawn at the Moon Jelly location. So Moon Jellies are like Stakes of America and Elden Ring. They give you basically a free respawn next to every boss, so you don't have to do the terrible Souls-like run back. Now, this also means you have the opportunity to like run back the roll if you want, but I also gather that we're out of time and need.
We are. I accidentally did not update the timer, so this is the timer that says raid out. It's not raid out time yet, but we will be running another poll, which is going to be the same poll as the last poll that we just did. I think if I do that from... Oh, it's not going to... Okay, what game do we play?
Yeah. Well, Jess does the setup. The key takeaway for all of you sickos in the audience, if you learn nothing from this Another Crab's Treasure edumacation, set your FPS to 60. Geometry is your best friend, except for when it absolutely sucks. And play this game casually. Seriously, it's the best writing in video games. It was, like, made for me specifically, but also it's just unilaterally good. Like, shoutouts to Aggro Crab, for real, for real.
Apply, swap game, and now instead. Alright, poll is up. So... while that goes for 5 minutes, I'm gonna try to Cal roll into our boy and try to do this while that poll goes.
Good luck, good luck.
No.
So with the roll, I mean, we'll segue to the fight. But with the roll, you want to be holding both sprint and block before you touch the ground. It's not a press after you touch the ground, otherwise you'll just lose all your momentum. So you start holding them both while airborne.
Can you do an attack for me? Oh, that was... not that one, though, actually.
I forgot about the attack where you're behind him. Alright, this what we get the roll here, though. Surely.
We get the roll here.
I believe. For the people.
This is where I just completely forget how to Cal. Hey, we did some damage.
That's it. And critically, you do a ton of stun. So optimally in this fight, right, you want to... because he has a phase shift in the middle where he smashes the Ramoon bottle.
Yeah.
And his attacks get, like, stubbier but gnarlier in terms of damage. Ideally, you want to manage his stun, right, so that you are stunning him as he does the, like, big smashy attack that transitions the phases. Because if he hasn't done it and he's stunned, no matter where his health is at, he will automatically start it up again as soon as he's unstunned. So, like, you do a ton of damage, stun him as he's in the windup for that attack, and you get him down to, like, a fifth of his health or even less. While he's just doing that attack, you can back off and then hopefully finish him before you have to deal with too much of phase 2. Because in phase 2, he gets a really nasty, like, stabby attack that's just rude.
No. No. Ah!
Yeah, that close-up, like, claw attack is just really hard to get a sense of the tell on. It's, like, extremely vibes-based. He does technically lean back a little bit, so you can spot it. But, like...
I decided what if I did my charge attack right in front of this man.
That was a good attempt, though. Something I will say, just as in terms of general, like, habit with this game, is that dodging is almost never going to be
the correct decision.
The best call you can make for combat. Sometimes it's necessary, right? Like, there are grab attacks and crushing attacks in this game, but generally, your first order of business is going to be parry once we get it, but then block, and then dodge. And sometimes, even with parry, it's correct to block. And, like, that's why every boss arena has shells every which way, because they assume you'll be shredding through shells.
I see. Alright. Our next game, I think, is, like, in, like, 20 seconds. I do want to see if I can roll into him again.
For all the marbles!
For all the marbles, we're rolling into a man.
Crap.
No. Alright, we are playing Kabuto Park next.
Looks like you're teaching me how to catch bugs. Equally difficult, equally gritty. Oh, you got him trapped on your head for a bit. I was looking away from the Discord refresh. Yeah, sometimes you count as geometry. Alright, that's the phase shift.
Darn. That was the- wait, I'm still alive!
Heal. Yeah, that's the stabby that's no fun. I'm emotionally invested now?
Don't be. Nope. 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 Why did I take off my shell?
Were you looking for healing? Never any doubt! She's too slick with it!
There's just- I'm gonna go talk to the-
Yeah, go get parry as your just
As
reward.
my reward, I get to parry.
Parry. So you have to break one of the crystals on the way in here. Technically, we can break both. It doesn't affect the math a bunch. I think it's correct to just break one. But then you talk to the moon snail. She gives you shelliportation after you master all of the dialogue, like, the first time. Then it forces you out of the menu, so you have to go back in and get parry.
Learn skills. Hey, parry. Hell yeah!
GG, first
We did it!
run.
We did it! We did it. Alright.
Let's decompress with some bug catching.
Let's catch some bugs. I'm gonna go enter this. Enter the shell gin. Alright. I'm actually really proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for somehow taking off the shell and still living.
It's about sending a message,
It's about
you know?
for apparently somehow not dying, realizing I was still alive, and then winning that. I think we're good. Alright. Kabuto Park. is compatible with controller now. I'm not going to be using controller though. And time save for next has the route.
Oh, hey, I know that website.
If you don't know that website, there's this cool website that's got tutorials for a bunch of games that are gonna look kind of familiar. It's almost like Quack plays them. But Kabuto Park does have the guides that I have made, a stat guide, and then also a guide. I think we'll do Hundo.
Okay.
Because I think that's fun. And then go ahead.
All of the choices in that website.
Share Kabuto Park when.
But I gotta get back to it. TBQH. Let me share you. Alright, surely Kabuto Park, a game that is like 7 megabytes, will not chug quite as hard if I'm sharing it in Discord as...
It'll do something. It's once again being so rude to me. Alright, there we go. Alright, so, what we need to make sure, actually, is that we don't have a file saved, which I don't know if you've played.
Oh, do I need to, like...
We do need to, like...
my save?
Yeah, so the first thing that we do is we're gonna close the file and, reset the save.
Great, cool. Ignore the screen share. It wasn't...
It'll come back up.
You deserve it anyway.
I think, does mine automatically come back up? I think it does. If you're sharing the same thing. Or do I have to repress the button? I think I have to press the button.
Oh, I have a demo bug.
That's okay. I need your screen.
Yes.
That one's mine. I don't want to be watching my stream. I want to watch your stream. Alright. So yeah. Demo bug is fine. We're just going to ignore it. We're going to turn down game volume a bit and then keep everything else fine. We keep the normal difficulty and things. But time would start. I'm gonna click play on the 30-minute timer. We click play.
We click play.
We click play. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna skip through Midori teaching us how to catch, or like basically introducing us to the park. And immediately we're gonna be clicking in the middle to go to the Sunny Park. I tried to tab back into my game. And then miscaught a bug. Each location for the bugs, essentially, there's no difference in them. So you can click wherever basically your mouse is easiest and fastest. You do not have to click the catch button in order to catch. You can click anywhere on your screen. You do have to click cool though. In order for it to progress. You are going to want to keep the first bug of everyone that you catch, and you can sell basically anything else. The goal being that we want to get 60 candy on this first day. Welcome in, Jericandra.
Okay, so
we want to keep, so the first, keep the first catch of every bug, and then I keep, any Any of the earth borer beetles, we want to keep all of those, as well as if you catch a rosemary beetle that looks large, you can keep that as well. But everything else can get sold after you catch one, because we're doing 100%, which means we need to catch all of the bugs as well.
But I do want to catch everything. I just clicked out of my game. I do want to catch everything and just sell mostly for candy.
Yep, sell everything that is not a rosemary beetle or an earth borer beetle. My headset is making some weird noises, but that's fine. But yeah, so ideally we get, we want to get at least 2 earth borer beetles. I just got 2 in one catch, which is fantastic, actually.
Wow, okay.
So like micro optimizations for this game, because that's where we're at right now.
That's what we're about here.
That's what we're about here, is how do we micro optimize this really, really cute bug catching game. And the thing being that like we automatically sell everything, and we go into that dialogue. If you get a catch with an earth borer beetle, as well as a like a rosemary beetle, so like things that you would be keeping, then you would skip that dialogue instead of doing the sell menu there. Just like slightly faster.
I keep getting really antsy and like fucking up the catches and doing the like get closer instead.
It's alright. I caught 2 golden hearts already, but I have not caught, I think, all of my earth borer beetles, so I'm past my candy limit.
Wait, candy limit?
So, or I guess like,
more than 60
I got more than 60 candy.
Oh, and I was trying to do math in my head. It's on your UI. Gamers, it's present.
It's on your UI. You can actually just do that. You can keep for again for other like that's one point. Okay, sell this one. For other like little tiny things that you could do is you can mentally keep track of, right? Because we're not selling the rosemary beetles and we're not selling the earth borer beetles, but if you catch more than like what you need there, then like you know that you will be selling a certain amount, so you can kind of do the math there.
Wait, why are we not selling the rosemary beetles?
If you catch 3 earth borer beetles, then you don't need the rosemary beetles, but if you don't have a 3rd earth borer beetle and you already have 60 candy, then you can use a rosemary beetle as a placeholder.
Gotcha.
The main tech of this run, chat, if you're here with me, the main tech of this speedrun is that the earth borer beetle has this ability called Small Bugs Kick, which does a stronger knockback for each bug smaller than 3 centimeters. So the rosemary beetle is our other small type beetle. Size and level of bug. I just realized I'm still in like just chatting. I should be in like special events. I should be in Kabuto Park, but we're just gonna put ourselves in special events. So the bugs directly their size corresponds with their abilities. So like the larger your bug is, the more powerful it is. And so like if I had a rainbow beetle or a rhino beetle that ended up having a like strength that was or like a size that was under 3 centimeters, which is possible, that is small for that bug, and therefore would have really bad stats and wouldn't carry us through. So it's better for us to use a rosemary beetle as a backup there. Currently, my stats are not going to get me through this, but that's fine.
It's okay, we're not gonna finish with explanations and stuff in
but the 60 candy is so that you can take your team and level that team all the way up to level 5 for our first battle. So as Quack is doing that, I got really lucky because I caught 2 of the rare beetle, and being able to sell both of those gave me 18 candy off the, on average, about 18 candy. There's some math.
So I've got 0. I've got 0.
That is okay.
Rare
the
beetle
rare
stock,
does
but I
not
have 60
matter.
Candy. So I should just progress?
Yep. So you can sell everything except for, you can go ahead and I like to just add them to my team because then if you try to sell them, it won't let you. And then you can just sell, I like to sell everything, or I guess sell all the extra beetles. You got a shiny greater stag.
No, this was
Oh, that's
demo.
Okay. So you can sell everything except for the greater stag because we do want to get rid of that. Everything else.
I thought you don't need to like hang on.
Nope, you don't need to hang on to anything. Okay. Also, thank you for the pronoun check, King Xavier. My pronouns are they, Annie.
Alright, and now we do battle?
Now we go to battle. We see Midori, and if everyone's level 5, we can just go straight into that first battle. They Annie. The way that the battle mechanics in this game work is that it's literally just sumo wrestling. There is pushing and holding are our two stats, essentially.
Sorry, checking in. We go all the way to day 6?
Yes.
For the route notes? Alright, so we just sumo it down. Yep. I love opening with a hand that is small bugs kick, small bugs kick, small bugs kick. Very
So cool. What's nice about the small bugs kick is as soon as the middle of the, like, thorax of the, Earthborer beetle is across that little slit in the, like, the opponent slit of the tambourine, you are able then, to secure the win at that point in time. Unfortunately, again, I have the rosemary beetle, which means that I have, additionally, the rosemary beetle has just a small kick built in. So my deck is not optimized because I have additional cards in it. But it will be fine because, again, our, like, big thing that we rely on for this is that small bugs kick. Which I can do, I think, small... Poppy is kind of like your first, like, check. Because Poppy also does a bunch of small bugs.
I just can't count. And by that I mean I can't read. And by that I mean I can't visually discern where small bugs kick works. You know, so we're doing the Rudolph fight, right? We're finishing.
Yes, so fight Rudolph, and then we will go in and do other things. I love this game too. It's so much fun. Yeah, so like the middle legs of the bug, when the middle legs are like right step over that slice, that's when you can win. So right there.
He still loves these.
At that point, Midori automatically kicks you back out to the menu, which is why we do our shop here and we do our extra buys there. So we're gonna buy one of everything across the board. And now, as we said, or of note, every time we upgrade our Bugopedia, we are guaranteed to have a rare encounter with the bug once we do that. So I like to go then to the Calm Lake. First, because I already caught my rare in the original location, but you can do whatever you like. I also usually like to buy 2 honeys every single time we do a shop. I did not do that this time, but I like to buy 2 honeys every single time we do a shop, because then it guarantees when I catch a rare bug, I won't, like, fuck up the catch. So I'm gonna just, like, go and buy 2 more, because I had an extra honey from the farm, because Midori in the minigame, when she introduces you to how to catch a rare bug, she gives you 2 honey, so you're always guaranteed those 2 for the start, and that's why there's 2 rare bugs in every location, so then we do the 2 rare bugs, or like 2 honeys every time we buy, because we get a new location every single time.
Cool. So I am allowed to sell everything.
Everything. Absolutely everything.
Doesn't matter if it's the first time I've caught it.
Does not matter if it's the first time you caught it. Sell it. I tend to keep earth borer beetles even if I've, like, just because we want to make sure that we have good stat earth borer beetles.
Makes sense.
And I'm trying to remember, I think it's, yeah, 210 candy on this day. I usually just keep hitting the lake a whole bunch, because the farm is going to get an expanded catch list again later in the game. So, I mean, the lake does as well, but the lake has a much smaller, expanded list that it gets later. So I usually do this until I'm roughly, like, when I go into the menu and I see, oh, I've caught most of the bugs available. And then I'll, like, go back to the farm if I still need candy. On time save for next, there is the stat sheet as well, that does link to, or the stat sheet, I use that to track my bugs so that I don't have to, like, remember. But technically, again, everything's in the dialogue. Like, right now, when I click on that, I can see that I'm missing one uncommon bug, which actually is this one right here. So I've actually caught everything in this area. So then what I would do then is, like, quit out now because I don't need to catch anything else, and now I go to the farm.
Yeah. I'm getting the opposite sort of luck, where I don't see anything forever.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am getting, like, this god tier kind of, like, other than the fact that I do not have, like, a team that will actually win me the game, I am getting very good RNG besides that. The small bugs kick are like the whole, oh, a shiny. Time loss.
That's how you know they're a real speedrunner.
If you try to sell a shiny bug, it'll be like, oh, are you sure? So it's really the time loss is just moving your mouse so that you say keep it instead of sell it. So it's not too bad. But it's micro-optimizations, baby.
Ah, yes, the micro-optimization of get less lucky.
I still need another earth borer beetle. Or, like, this rosemary beetle to be absolutely stacked, which it was not. Again, this little, thing at the bottom there, you can see the, here's my monarch butterfly.
Yeah, alright, save some luck for the rest of us.
Unfortunately, I cannot.
I've got, like, 75 jewel beetles, but that's my claim to luck right now.
I mean, that's a good, like, uncommon catch.
Yeah, but I keep getting them.
Not being lucky is time save. I really gotta do this run. True!
I'd love, ideally, to, like, finish out the commons before I pivot. I'm also about to hit all of the...
Be a good stat. Oh, that is the worst earth borer beetle I think I could have caught.
Hell yeah.
Everyone should run this game, actually. The developer is making another game. Keep. So. The developer's making another game. One of the kids that we fight, which feels like wrong to say, but like one of the kids that we fight, is the protagonist. Her name's Neha. And she runs like helps her family run a dairy and she delivers milk. It's very cute. It's in playtest right now.
Okay, I jumped up above 210.
Perfect.
Right,
so then
I cleared out the calm lake. We're thriving.
Perfect. So then you can go to your battle page.
All right.
And then you can click on your team and level up here. And you can use your WASD to move between the bugs on your team. So then you don't
Wow. The KBM tag.
And you technically also don't have to exit out of the menu. You can stay in the menu and progress into the fight. But we're gonna go and do our fights until day 12 now.
Through day 12, okay. How am I doing on overall time here?
We are at 13 minutes left right now. I also just realized that I leveled up my rosemary beetle, but I actually do want to add my other earth borer beetle and level that instead. And the difference in like the actual execution is not very different between having a team full of earth borer beetles versus a team of like having one with a rosemary. The only difference is the fact that you get the small bugs kick or the small kick, which is kind of the difference there.
Fun fact, chat, do you want to see my full bug collection? This would work on me.
This would work on you? Chat, yeah. Take notes.
Chat, write that down.
Chat, write that down.
What day are we going to?
We go until day 12. That's going to be another day that actually we get kicked back out to the menu.
Oh, perfect. Man, whoever routed this knew what they were doing.
On day 12, that is when is another day where once again we get an expanded catch list for both the farm and also the lake. That is when the diving beetles are available. It is also on the other side of the first boss battle. My stats are horrible on these earth borer beetles, so like in terms of like everything else that is going on, like sure, I have like a good I'm having good RNG except for the fact that I have the worst earth borer beetles known to man right now.
Alright, Gen Z brain rot defeated. Wait, am I doing day 12?
No, we can
out to menu.
We can go no, we can let me see. Day 12. Yeah, okay, so sorry, we don't get kicked out this day, but we actually don't. I only upgrade the boots, Bugopedia, and magnifying glass. I do not upgrade my bug net because the minigame getting bigger. So the thing about the minigame is that eventually we actually want to be failing the minigame because it's faster to not catch the bugs than to catch them and sell them. So I purposely do not upgrade my net beyond the first upgrade. Because I specifically want to be able to fail the minigame easier later. This is 510 candy. But yeah, if you there's nothing against like buying the net. Technically what you could do is like actually refuse to use the net, upgrade the net at all. I just find the one upgrade with the net, since you have the money for it, makes the minigame basically very comfortable for me. And you do have to, for 100%, eventually upgrade your net completely. So it's just one of those things that I save for the end because it saves me a little bit of time in menuing. Nice rose, but Rosy Maple Moth. Was that your guaranteed rare, or was that,
No, that was my second rare.
Nice.
My guaranteed rare was a stag.
Okay, I got another Earth Borer Beetle, which is good, because, again, all of my Earth Borer Beetles suck. This one, still bad, but sucks less. You don't get a 100% like one-to-one return. That's worse. You don't get a one-to-one return on candy for like levels of bug, but it is like pretty close. I think honestly it's probably faster after you catch the first roly-poly to probably fail catch them afterwards.
Just because
of how the minigame is.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know and I've not tested it. You'll notice as well that like your rare bugs don't start with a green catch, so you do have to like do that blue zone catch every single time, and I do find that like interesting. This is directly related to the sidebar. You can see like how close you are to the bug. And if you get too close to the bug, it will actually fly away. So if you like, nice, shiny longicorn.
Hey, thanks.
How are my... Oh, it's day 15 that kicks you out, but I did try to do, like, wait until day 15, when I was routing. And the level slog for not getting, like, all your, like, basically levels into your bugs, really slows it down enough that it didn't feel worth it to me. But it is something that I'm interested in, like, testing, because like it would be nice if every time you got kicked out of the battle menu, then you just continue then you do the rest of your menuing. But it is something that like just didn't feel right in attempting to do it. I also just realized that I'm pretty sure I've caught everything in here, which means I should have gone elsewhere. Okay, that Earth Borer Beetle is better. I still can't catch a good stat one to save my life, but it's fine. Chat, it's fine.
Chat, what's important is that it's fine. Okay.
Yeah, I have caught everything. I actually have just caught everything, everywhere at this point in time, so I am just actually catching things for the, everything is fine. Okay.
An embarrassment of riches over here.
Again,
Twitch.tv/the Valley Sun.
The unfortunate thing about, this game is, as I said, like, my stats for my, Earth Borer Beetles are not great. And what that means is the Earth Borer Beetles with this small kick will get you to every single fight except for the last one. It doesn't really matter what your stats are, but if you do not have the right like floor of stats on those 3 Earth Borer Beetles, you cannot beat the final boss. And the fact that it is like the last moment possible like RNG check there is so frustrating. And so like ideally, what I'm going to do is you can do this and you can group, sort by size and group by species. So we can see that these ones that I just caught are very long, so 2.1 centimeters. So I am going to add these ones to my team and then sell these extra ones. we get a lot of candy back, but that is going to tank a lot of our candy, but I did have enough to actually full max everybody to 15. We do have a max stat defense here, which is good on this Earth Borer Beetle. So it looks like we are in line again, so we can go on, battle on.
18 to 21. All right, how am I doing on time?
We have 3 minutes.
All right, surely we win our way through the second boss fight in that time. Surely.
Surely we can get there. Yeah, I believe we just, do battles until Satoshi. But if you're interested in playing this game, the great news is that they just translated it into a bunch of different languages, and it's also now has controller support, which it did not have before. So if you are a controller girly, those are there now. I am noticing that the cool button, I think probably because of the controller support thing, is after you win a battle, takes a moment before you're able to click. Which is a very minor notice for me to notice, but it is something that I have noticed.
Oh, that barely count. Okay, cool. Wasn't sure. I'm learning how to read. I've also made Bob sad.
R.I.P. Bob. So yeah, again, ideally, I would love to wait until day 15 to do the second buy, but just the amount of time that you lose from, trudging through battles at a level 10 cap is, just enough that I don't think it's worth it.
We're pulling ahead, gamers. We're no longer pulling ahead. Well, wait, maybe.
Yeah, you've got me on. I think your stats are a little bit better.
Yeah, I have a 2.5 centimeter ace.
Oh hell yeah.
Alright, we're going to 21.
Yep. So you're fighting through Satoshi. You've got 38 seconds.
No, not the triple small bugs kick hand.
So when you do that, you can do multiple of them in a row.
Yeah, but it just takes a second.
I am gonna wild this.
Protagonist of Milky Delivery.
That's Neha! Yeah! So she tells you about her cow Milky and that she'll bring you some milk if you're interested. But yeah, she's... The game's real cute. I'm really excited for it to come out. I'm gonna start our next poll. Beat Satoshi. So we have Stardew Valley, Hollow Knight.
Oh, that didn't actually cover.
And that's time on me for Satoshi.
I got by the fight. Alright.
Alright. Well, you can keep pushing if you would like. After beating Satoshi, you're able to do another buy and go into the Crawler Swamp. I'm gonna set up the next one. Stardew Valley, Hollow Knight, Haiku, the Robot, Naga, Nami, and the Crimson Thread. We're gonna start that poll. I'm also going to run... I can't run an ad because an ad apparently just started playing. I love twitch.tv. Crawler Swamp is really cool because a lot of the bugs are repeats. From other locations, so you only have like a handful of bugs that you have to be like ready to catch. But some of the overlap are things that get added to other areas, which is like really nice. Like the Blue Carpenter Bee, for example, is one that is in another area. And then anything that's duplicates once we're at this point, or not at this point. Do we fail catch at this point? No, we need candy to get us to 20.
This here guide says 510 candy.
That sounds correct. I would not lie. So chat, if you're hanging out with us, the poll, depending on what wins, will depend on who is teaching who. So we've got a couple of games on the menu, and then for like the end time to like finish up the stream, that is my Imperial Tortoise, and so I can leave this area now. Right? Yeah. So whatever game it is, then either I'll be teaching Quack or Quack will be teaching me. We'll do that, and then to close out, we're going to do some 2-stack queue up, because we thought it would be fun. That is a really good Orthcore beetle.
Because it's the most noble speed game that there is.
It is the most noble speed game that there is. There is my lesser stag, so then this area is also done. I am getting just absolutely bonkers RNG on
Yeah, I still have to go back and do a second loop almost everywhere.
Yeah, so usually what it is that, like, you do this, you catch enough things at the Crawler Swamp, with the proportions of Crawler Swamp, as with, like, the later areas, is that they have, like, a higher percentage of uncommon bugs. There's my Bumblebee. So you kind of want to be, like, doing those ones that do have, like, those higher percentages of, like, more rare bugs, because, the rarer your bug is, then the more, like, candy that you get from them, when you sell them, and that's what we're, like, trying to optimize for, is that, like, our catch per bug amount. But I am moving around, because, we have, like, the cleanup, phase, which is going to be, like, the day before, like, the Elite Four, as it were. I go through and do all of my things, because you have to have all of the bugs caught and everything upgraded before you do the final, battle. So the cleanup phase then of that, ideally you want to, like, keep it short. Right now, I only need diving. Beetles is the only thing that I have left on my list of things.
Wow.
And that
I have, more.
We're gonna go into Haiku the Robot.
Oh, hell yeah.
As soon as I'm gonna finish catching these bugs, because that's my uncommon diving beetle. Can I get the common diving beetle?
Kidding me.
Can I get
You
all
are
of my bugs, and then I would be like set to actually finish this run without doing anything else, without doing cleanup?
I'm taking out my frustrations on Poppy.
Oh, okay. I did not get the common beetle there. But yeah, so everything except for the one bug. But then you just finish out the game. That's it. That's the entire thing. I'm going to reset my save as I quit out of my game. We'll launch us into Haiku the Robot.
Alright. It's robots time.
It's robots time. Zello! Hello, raiders. Thank you for the raid. Hello, welcome in. If you're just now joining me and you're new here, hello. I am the Valiant Son. You can call me Valiant, you can call me Son. Most people just call me Jess. My pronouns are they, any, which means I prefer they, them, but you can gender me for the bit. It's okay. I am joined today by the lovely Quacksilver.
Hi, it's me. I'm Quacksilver. I use she, her pronouns. I speedrun a lot of silly little indie games, and one of them is Haiku the Robot.
And today we're doing a speedrun exchange as part of the Lady Arcaders raid train for a 4-year anniversary. You can do !L8 train to learn more. We've got 30 minutes of Haiku the Robot starting right now. And then we are going to be playing some queue up until the top of the hour afterwards, before we raid out for the rest of the train. But I hope your stream was good. I'm assuming we were playing some Pump It Up Phoenix. Alright, do I need to say anything to, like, tell it anything else, or am I just good to play?
I think you're just good to play. I don't... There's no, like, FPS check in this, I don't think. So I'm assuming we're doing, like, the bleeding edge strats, and we're gonna spend half an hour just doing the first jump of the game, right? That's what this is?
I don't think so, actually. Have a good rest, Zella. Thank you so much for sharing your community with us. I'm gonna click start on our timer.
Alright, yeah, do it. Alright, I'm gonna talk about the haha funny at least one time, and then we'll just, like, reset. And so, in Haiku the Robot speedrunning, what you have to understand is it's a very beginner-friendly game until you get to the literal tippy-top level, and then it absolutely sucks. Because at the very tippy-top level, the run starts out with this, which I'm just gonna demonstrate. Let's just spin a minute. Let's see if I can even pull it off. Basically every single speedrun category, almost every single speedrun category starts off with you. So there's this little intro where you wake up. But ordinarily, if you've played this game casually, which, as with everything today, you should play this game casually, ordinarily you'd walk around to the left here and, like, snake your way around, pick up your ability to heal in this game, which is, like, right...
I do want to try the haha funny at least once. Is it just, like, down here? Yeah, so it's down to the right. So this area over here is not meant to be accessible. You'll notice that I am jumping, and I can't make it up this ledge. However, there is the cornerstone tech in Haiku the Robot is what's known as a buffered landing jump, BLJ for short. We're comedy geniuses over at the Haiku speedrunning community. Basically, coyote frames in this game are so permissive, you can get coyote frames when you jump, essentially. So basically, all a BLJ is you double tap jump,
as you double tap jump as you're landing from a jump, and if you do it right, you get a little, oh boy, you get a little like double jump sort of input where you can see the dust that Haiku kicks up once on the ground and then once again off the ground, right? Now, it is theoretically possible with a literally pixel perfect maximum height BLJ into a corner correct that is itself jank to just BLJ directly up here. No one has ever done that in a run setting. The thing that is run viable, smiles, is you can get a pretty much maximum height BLJ, and then you can pogo off of these hanging like scrap nodes here and pogo over to the thing. Now, critically, if you pogo the scrap nodes and then fail the trick, the run is instantly dead, because if you leave the room and reset, the scrap nodes aren't there anymore, even if you didn't deplete them fully. So you have to get it in one, and if done optimally, like literally first try, this saves like 8 or 9 seconds. But that's assuming you hit it literally first try. And almost no one does this because it's bad. But that's the haha funny. And your reward for doing the haha funny, mind you, is it saves those 9 seconds, most of which are the cutscene time it takes to pick up heal. So, like, you then have to do the rest of the game without your heal, which is also, like, heal makes up some time in the run, even, like, at a top level, because you can use it for, like, slides and stuff, so it's not just time lost to grab, but this route is also substantially faster. It's very stupid that this exists. So we're gonna not do it. So we're gonna go ahead and quit out and start over. That one's sort of just for show. When I say that not many people have done it, to my knowledge, I know there's at least one other Haiku runner who's working on it, but to my knowledge, the only person to have finished a run with the haha funny in it is me. And I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it to anyone. So instead, we're going to do a much more normal set of gameplay, which is as soon as you get through this opening cutscene, you're going to go ahead and make your way to the first tire enemy in this hallway and die.
As you do. Normal things.
Normal gameplay. We don't have a die instantly button in this game, so we have to make do with the assist.
I have perished. And now we're here.
Yes, and so that spawns you actually farther ahead than, like, it gets you to this checkpoint faster than actually walking around. And from here, we're going to go to the left. There is still an important, like, use of the BLJ right away, or just coyote frames in general. So to your left in this room is a key that ordinarily the game expects you to take a, like, meandering path all the way around and up through the gate on the left to grab. But with coyote frames, we can just grab it right away. So there's 2 ways to do this. The way that doesn't use heat and the way that does use heat. The way that doesn't use heat is you can just do a BLJ on the left edge of that platform, and it'll get you up. The way that does use heat, so if you mess it up, you have to go back and, like, wait for your heat refreshes. You get very generous coyote frames, including out of a slide. So you can use Haiku's slide and then jump effectively in midair to make it up here. The slide is definitely easier. It is also, like, theoretically faster. But the BLJ is very comfy and doesn't use heat.
And I've done this trick a couple of times, and I will, for the chat who's hanging out with me as I, like, wait for my heat to go back down. I have landed this before, I promise. I actually got really good at it for a bit. That one I didn't commit initially.
Yep, that's what it is. You can basically be holding left, like, the entire time through this, like, hold left through the slide and through the jump.
Real quick, I'm gonna do something silly. And the silly is I'm gonna go heal real quick.
Yeah, you can.
I got anxious about the bug, apparently.
The bug's anxiety inducing, it's true.
There we go.
Nice.
We made it!
Pretty easy. All right, now having gotten that rusted key, we're just gonna wind our way down this room and go ahead and pick up the heal. It's not required technically, but it's gonna save you time in the long run because not dying kind of fast. The heal also, we're just gonna stay in this room for a second. Also unlocks. I'm gonna actually kill the tire over to my left here, just as a way to show this off. The heal also unlocks some movement tech right away, which is a heal slide. Basically, you can interrupt any other animation that Haiku has with a heal and just like holding heal, and Haiku will stay moving. So the simplest version that happens right away is if you sword swing against a wall, you see how it pushes Haiku back slightly? If you immediately heal after, like hold down heal, Haiku will just slide while he heals himself.
Hey! I did it!
Yeah, so that's like a very minor time save thing, but you can do it kind of everywhere. So I'm going to go into this next room, and there's just like some routine movement that we do right away where you turn around and heal slide across here. It's one of those things that like in my beginner guide for this, yeah, you go down. In my beginner guide for Haiku, it's not something that I'm like implement early, but it's like it's fun. It moves, and then you use the key right away, and we progress around this next room. And we don't take the bench here. That's important. We want to die back to our initial save point. And so then we're just going to snake around this room and into the first boss. And yeah, if you want to kill stuff for scrap before you go into the first boss, the flying enemies around here are pretty tame. Screws are also not bad. Tires and the, like, hex nuts, I often find, especially if you're panicking and looking for scrap, you can wind up taking more damage than you need to. So, without BLJs, you want to go around the right side in order to make it into this room. Oh, you can also make that jump. Ignore me. The fastest way is to just BLJ up directly, like you slide here and then. But now it's Trash Magnet. This boss, in keeping with Another Crap's Treasure from earlier, this boss randomly has a lot of bullshit in it. Basically, what you want to know right off the bat is you're counting to 22, because 22 is his like phase hit. So it's 22 hits, then a phase, then another 22 hits. The biggest thing is you don't want to do the last point of damage to him right as he's ending an attack. Because if you somehow, and I say somehow, but it's actually pretty common, if you phase shift him on the same frame he would start a new attack, there's like a random chance between one of two patterns that he does in phase 2. And if you phase him right as he would start an attack, he tries to do both of them simultaneously. And so he's moving while attacking you with like other things, and it's terrible and bad. But other than that, you're mostly, this is just like damage race. You stay as close to the boss as you feel comfortable with and keep piling on the damage while not getting hit by the descending oil. Or do get hit by the descending oil if you're me, and we can pretend that it's illustrative. So usually, he will start with like slam attack in phase 2 and then do pillars. Like he slams, he crosses the map, and then from there he'll do his like garbage pillars, and he'll alternate those back and forth forever in phase 2. All you don't want is both of the attacks simultaneously, because then it kills you, because there's too much random nonsense on screen. It's like it's very possible to finish the fight with the
I
glitch.
Hey, here's the thing. When I when I was practicing this by myself, I never beat Trash Magnet. I don't think on like the first try, and I did just beat Trash
Ayo!
Magnet on the first try.
They're too slick with it. All right, so this next room is a perfect example of heel sliding, because you can heel slide all the way across here, and then just dash into the
Whee!
pickup. And the reason we do that is so that you can spam dash in the next room, because whenever you pick up an item, it automatically resets your heat to 0, so you pretty much always want to overheat on your way into a pickup or a save point, because you'll get it all back for free. Now we have a wall jump. With our wall jump, we're going to go up here. There's a little bit of fancy movement you can do in this next room, where if you see the seam on the wall here, you can jump around the like collision here and grab the wall the other side. It's a little
Oh,
bit of a
I no,
finicky like
I hit it
right
like a
left.
couple of times on accident. I think actually.
Yeah, it's one of those like you go out further than you think you need to, and then turn around kind of last minute for the wall jump. Again, very minor time save, just sort of there for swag more than anything.
We're
But
going
the
the
most
long way.
common thing is, yeah, you'll go the long way and just get up here. It doesn't matter, really, don't take this bench, because what we want to do is die. We're just gonna dunk into the hazards a bunch of times, and we should respawn at the first save point that we
Easy
died to all
peasy.
those years ago. And with that, we're gonna continue up and to the right. Something fun I will note about this next room here is that you can actually pick up items while you're heel sliding. So you can heel slide across, and while he's scooching, just hold up and you'll pick up Infinity Edge. It's great.
Beautiful.
It's good. It's good fun. This pillar room, you just want to climb as efficiently as you can. And then you don't want to be holding up, because if you're still holding up, you'll accidentally talk to Rusty, and he's got his own game. We don't want to bother him.
Bye, Rusty.
Then from here, we will continue around into this room. This room kind of sucks because flying enemies can body block your path somewhat randomly.
I see that, yeah.
There's like a whole on the back end for like true sickos. We ran like a whole bunch of tests to see if we could figure out if like dashing at the start of the room or something set up the camera bots in a nicer pattern for us. The RNG is just kind of brutal. Everyone's a little bit superstitious about this room. We just move on. This whole movement section is kind of a back and forth, because you can take damage for speed. Like, if you slide right out of a damage boost, your slide goes twice as far. But in a couple of rooms, there is a blind drop with flying enemies that will sometimes just kill you. And so it's technically optimal to damage down to 1 and then YOLO it. But if you miss the RNG check, then you have to redo the entire first split again. So I like to make sure I'm at a chill 2 or greater HP going into Bulb's drop. And we're just going to like ignore the plot real quick and just immediately leave mainframe. And just try not to get murked by the Bulbs. The Bulbs are, of course, the worst enemy in the game.
Of course.
They're bad now, and they get worse later.
Yeah, because we killed their mom, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
We let bottom left leave or right?
Bottom right. And then you climb the next room. Oh, wait, here's an actual thing. This, lava lamp looking, or what's the, yeah, the lamps where you touch the side and all the plasma, like, jumps to your hand.
Yeah.
The projectiles it shoots didn't used to have a hitbox, but something for chat, we're on the current patch of the game for this, just because it's easier. There's a Steam beta for the down patch, which is, like, a little bit faster. It's, like, half a minute faster at top level. Maybe closer to a minute now, but, minor differences between the two, but one of them is the plasma lamp projectiles didn't used to actually have a hitbox, but they do now, which is sad because you can't just walk through them. This is bulbs drop. You drop down the left side, then you wait for the static shock, then you drop down the right side and hope that God likes you.
God liked me.
Chill.
Well, there
Breathe
was a
easy.
guy down there, but I didn't hit him.
Yeah. And then with there, we fall around into this bench right here.
Is that to
And
the bottom left? No.
top left. You can never be too certain. But as you can also like technically look down and like go on the platforms, but that's not fast. We're here to go fast. So we heal up, we equip Infinity Edge, and now it's time to do the most important skip of the game. I'm going to show something real quick, which is that up here in a second is everyone's least favorite boss in the game, casual players and speedrunners alike. This is Car Battery. Car Battery has a ton of health for no reason, has multiple attacks where he's completely invincible, and only some of them are invuln for the boss. This is the best attack because you can just sit and pile on damage. But Car Battery sucks and is an RNG nightmare. Thankfully, a casual player discovered a way to skip him, who, shoutouts to IceOg, never picked up the game as a speed game. Was just like, hey, I found this in my casual. Is it useful? And every speedrunner was like, yes, thank you so much. So basically, the way it works is we're going to go to the left here.
We're gonna
From the
die.
bench, and we're going to die. Yes, you have heard me talk about this before, I think. There is a patch of fire.
I've watched the tutorial, actually. I watched the tutorial video posted by
one Quacksilver Plays.
By one
yes, you want to die 4
Plays.
times in quick succession.
And then we do it again, right? We run it back.
You don't have to, but you have to make sure that all of your damage tanks are to the fire specifically. If you take damage to an enemy, I would just save and quit and then run back from the thing. And then as soon as you've died, so I'm going to join you even though I don't have the invuln anymore. As soon as you died, you got to book it as fast as you can. Like, use your dashes. Except I'm not invuln here. And get around this side, wall jump up, and clear through the Car Battery arena. So I obviously have a thing.
I made it.
Yeah, and if you do it right, Car Battery just won't spawn in. So the reason this works is, I'm going to catch up to you real quick. When Haiku takes damage from a hazard, Haiku gains 4 seconds of invulnerability that don't go away when Haiku dies and stack infinitely. So by dying like this, I effectively have 15 seconds of total invulnerability. And while Haiku is invuln in this way, he's off the collision layer that tells bosses to spawn in. So the bosses just don't spawn in. So we can walk straight through the Car Battery fight. And it's great because that skips the worst boss in the game. Thank you, IceOg. Very cool.
Also, Behemoth Steve stopped it and said I never count on God liking me, and you know what? Same.
That is wild tech. It's even worse in Haiku's low percent speedrun, because in the low percent speedrun, there's another boss that you can skip, but there's no good way to, like, get the invuln anywhere near the boss. So in an old route of low percent, you wound up taking like 17 deaths in a row and then just walking across multiple areas in order to skip like one item. And then recently it was discovered that you could actually skip another item, but instead you have to die for like half an hour straight. Low percent in this game is not okay, and it's not for the well-adjusted. Anyway, back in normalcy. Now we just have this little mini platforming tunnel where it's just about clean movement lines. You do want to make sure you have some scrap, so if you've been healing, I would take these scrap nodes, and you can't heal back down to 0. You need at least 1 scrap. So fortunately there's a bunch of scrap here.
I am going to do a little bit of a heal.
Yeah.
On account of the fact that I just did a little silly.
Yeah, this is where I like to joke that counting was already bad enough for speedrunners, but now we need to know basic multiplication. Because in like high level speedruns, if your scrap is a multiple of 3, you're in trouble here because Haiku will automatically start healing when you do heal slides. And so it's possible that, like, even without meaning to, you can accidentally heal away all of your scrap just by, like, going for fast movement here. So if your scrap's not divisible by 3, you're chilling. But you have to actually do basic arithmetic in order to be a Haiku speedrunner. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, I don't know how to do basic arithmetic.
That's okay. You're fine. This game requires math. It's so little math. We skip this bench again because we're going to be dying back to our car battery bench later. This is just like a pretty chill movement section for now. We go around. We basically have to activate a clock that turns on this area, like turns on the gears and turns on the fast travel system. This is just mostly don't get hit by any of the flying things. Baby.
Trying so hard not to get hit by the flying things. And then
yeah.
Oh.
Then around and to the bottom left exit here.
Limerick decided to try and talk to me.
Yeah, that gets people. Very, very importantly, you cannot fall down this gap. This gap looks like it will be a hazard. It's not a hazard. It's a secret boss fight. If you fall down here when you don't mean to, it's like a minute to get back. And also, you have to, not only do you have to, are you locked in with the boss, you have to go all the way back around to actually get to the boss. Do not fall down this gap. It happens to everyone. Don't let it be you. I just like to slide across. It would have been really funny if I fell down instantly there.
The thing, that boss was the one boss that I was missing for Hundo.
Yeah. We repair the clock with our 1 scrap. And then we turn right back around. And we go back the way we came. Once again, do not fall down this gaff.
Oh my god, the guy almost hit me.
Yeah. Now, this room over here...
I died.
Get to the top.
Unfortunately, I died.
We run it back. So that means you have to car battery skip again. Here, I'll... How are we doing on time?
5.5.
No, you're good. Here we go. We can make it to factory, I believe. So I saved and quit here. In this game, that's actually a misnomer because quit outs don't save your progress in this game. So I did just reset my clock progression, which is fine, but I'll just be fast. Trust.
All right, I made car battery skip. I really thought I didn't, though.
Yeah, so there's a faster version of car battery skip where instead of going left from the bench, you go down from the bench. But it cuts your available invuln from like 15.5 seconds down to like 11 seconds. And those extra 4 seconds and change really matter. Because without it, you have to do like BLJs, and there's just a little bit more involved movement tech.
God damn it. I'm so bad at jump height.
That hallway, it's one of those things where, like, you really never, like, expect it to be the thing that kills you. Like, when it comes to speedrunning, it's always like, the big flashy skips are where I should practice. No, unfortunately, sometimes it's just moving in hallways that'll get you. Hello? And I can't move in hallways today.
Here? This way.
Yeah, so you've already turned the clock on, so I gotta catch up to you real quick. But once you get to the room with Limerick in it, you can just go to the right edge.
Okay, this was the room that had Limerick in it, right?
Yes, so you're gonna go to the top top right of that room.
And I don't need to take the elevator. That's slow.
Yeah, and at the top of where the elevator spawns, there's a breakable wall to your right. And then welcome to RNG hell for a second. The saw blades in this room, which the community calls frogs after the enemy in Hollow Knight that also randomly jump around. You want to make sure you grab the power cell in this room. But other than that, it's just, hey, don't get hit.
What if I want to get hit? I didn't get hit.
I would advise against it. So then we proceed through factory facility. We're going to go basically straight left wherever possible. The room after you flip the like lever that I just did. Yeah, so after this room, this next room is a perfect use case for heel sliding. Because if you've got scrap, you can heel slide across the entirety of this room and fit a full heal in. So like I can heal a full thing while still moving. You don't have the scrap for it right now, but like that's factory facility is great when you're just starting out. Because if you've got scrap to heal, there are lots of opportunities to heal while you're still moving, so it doesn't lose that much time.
Up left?
Yeah, top left, and then we get to do the quote-unquote puzzle room. So in this, we're going to go around and to the top right exit. And if you kill the like saw blade enemy on the upper level here,
unfortunately, I tried to be smart about it and I died because the ceiling exists. But if you kill that saw, if I remember from my tutorial that I once watched from Quack S Silver, if you kill that saw blade enemy, when you come back, it despawns all the enemies.
Yep, for some reason that saw blade holds the souls of every single thing in this room. And so if you kill them, if you kill the one guy, they're just gone. So you can use it to make the like walking back and forth across this room a lot chiller. But I'm coming back.
We only have 30 seconds, so.
All right, it's car battery skip time, baby. Ready, set, go.
Wait, no. I was checking to see because we've got very little time, so I'm just checking to make sure that we're good on the train. There she goes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, we're done with Haiku the robot. If you don't move, does car battery just not know you're there?
I actually don't know. I definitely should. Yeah, okay. I guess if you never move, car battery
if you never move again, car battery cannot see you. But we've got like 8 minutes, so do you want to roll into just like some queue up?
Yeah.
For 8 minutes, and we can yap.
Sold. Are you still gonna share both of our screens, or do you just want to consolidate to you because we're just like co-oping?
We could just consolidate to me, I guess.
Cool.
I will add
thanks for hanging out on the raid train, TM.
Hey. Can we get a thank you to Quack for hanging out?
Nah, I just go
Crime! Welcome for the raid.
Hello, Lady Arcaders.
Hello. It's crime. It's the crime. Hello. Welcome in. We're playing like 8 minutes of the future of esports. I'm gonna try playing the streamer because I've never played the streamer before. I'm going to add streamer duos. Hopping in at the station, welcome.
I'm ready to hard carry with my extremely practiced streamer.
All right, perfect.
Wait, I need to turn turbo on.
I also need to turn on turbo. Wait. All right, so Queue up is a progressive coin flipper. Also, welcome in Raiders. If you don't know me, my name is the Valiant Sun. You can call me Valiant, you can call me Sun, or you can call me Jess. My pronouns are they, any, which means I prefer they, them for pronouns, but feel free to use gendered terms for me. We're wrapping up with a speedrun exchange with my friend Quack. Quack, say hi.
Hi, I'm Quack. I use she, her pronouns. I speedrun a lot of silly little indie games, and Queue Up sure as hell is one of them.
But yeah, we played, what did we did another Crab's Treasure, we did Kabuto Park, and then we did Haiku the Robot, and now we're doing, some of this. I just honestly put the new ability right in between the two. Is that where it should go?
You want it underneath shout out because it'll re-trigger shout out.
Alright, sounds good. Quack is running this at Fatal's.
Yes. Legally, I am obligated to be okay at this game.
Speedrunning this game at Fatal's.
It very technically has a speedrun.
Which does keep in line with the the exchange. But we're gonna be very shortly raiding into Jarkhandra as the next stop on our raid train.
Oh hell yeah! It's okay. We make silver before we raid out. Surely.
One of the gimmicks for the for the streamer is that it does actually do like the Streamlabs like
default follower sound.
Default follower sound.
Baby. It's so funny. Right. I know.
Do I put a skill anywhere? Good vibes.
Oh god, yeah. So upgrade shout out to Qmult and just put good vibes like anywhere. We're not gonna get high enough for it to matter. I know there's no way that streamer wins the bid war because there are women in the character.
There's the women in the video game.
Notably, not a woman. But
gorgeous though.
But in my heart of hearts, I get to play as him. My beautiful, perfect, follow obsessed himbo.
But yeah, you're able to actually like legitimately queue up with your friends, which is so you can see both. We can almost get to silver. Yeah, we can get to silver. Hey, we did it.
It's just that easy.
I'm out of silver.
All right, final match for all the marbles.
Final match.
We just went right back into it. Okay, heart of the cards, baby.
Oh, I like upgraded Qmult.
I mean, that's correct.
Hell yeah. I'm working on impulse. I've not read any of these abilities. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going off vibes.
That's the way to play. That's the way to play. Would you believe that this game actually has a pretty funny story?
I think it's like I really enjoy the story actually.
It's like you should play this game. Like it's coin flipping but esports. You should hey chat. Do me a favor. Wow, getting rocked. I would like to thank the EMTs on our team.
Trigger 2 random adjacent nodes above this. Okay.
So chat interaction I put between subscribe and shout out. Like
that is where I put that actually.
Yeah, and I think you might remove, or you put it between subscribe and react, because that way when you win, you trigger react and shout out, and it builds followers that way. I have notes for this eventually that I will have memorized by March, I guess, but it's fine. All right, are we rating out on the high note?
On the silver one, I think so. All right. Chat, thank you all for hanging out with me. Exactly. We've got, is it that? If you are subscribed to the Lady Arcaders channel, you can use that first one. If you are not, you can use that second one. If you came on the train and you like the vibes, you can join on the Discord is the best way to know when I'm going to be live. My current pattern is I stream on Wednesdays. However, I will not be streaming next Wednesday. And I don't think I'll be live the Wednesday after that either. So I don't work on Monday. Maybe I will be live on Monday. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to start... I'm going to make sure I spell Jericondra's name correctly. Are you done already? Rip, I'm done. It's all right because we're going to go over to one of the coolest people I know, which is Jericondra. So again, here are your raid messages. Please copy one of them. Thank you, Shosu. I got this. I'm gonna tell the story again because I think it's a perfect sandwich. I got this cardigan because my friends and I were on spring break in New York City. We needed to get out of the cold. So I went into a Macy's and then we couldn't find the exit. And since we were trapped in the Macy's for so long, I didn't talk myself out of buying this cardigan. And so it has many colors. And it's good. But yeah, thank you all so much. I'm going to pause the music and go to our ending screen. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. We're gonna go share the love to Jericondra. Thank you for hanging out, Peebs and Shosu. And thanks for the raid, Indy and Grime for coming over on that rave, and thank you for being here, Tara, and also Zello for the raid, and Rara for hanging out, and Zachary for hanging out, and King Xavier and everybody. Professor Birch, I don't know, everyone's here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. We're gonna go say hi to Jericondra. Goodbye!